What's up, comic creators? I'm going to show you a few simple, easy things that you can start doing to your project to make it look more professional. These are just some quick tips and tricks that will make your footage stand out or pop more within your project and make it look more pro, no matter what skill level you're at. So you can see I have this clip here selected. It's this man walking down the hallway. I've used this clip before. I'm just going to show you some quick editing adjustments you can make on it to make it look a lot better or make it pop even more. So when you select the clip, in the top right hand corner you will see the adjustments tab in the very top, and once you select that tab, that will open up all of the various different color options that you can do within your CapCut project. So I had HSL there. This is the basic stuff, and this part is HSL. This allows you to select specific colors, but let's go basic first. And then the first thing I'll touch here is this temperature bar right here that you see right at the top. So if I pull the temperature bar more towards the blue, it'll make the blue pop. If I pull it more towards the yellow, it'll make that yellow color pop. And so you can see the various different things you can do. I'm going to make that yellow kind of pop a little bit more. You'll kind of see why a little bit later. And then you've got the brightness, you've got the contrast, so you can adjust kind of a little bit of the contrast between the darks and lights there. And the key thing here is, as you're messing with these, you just do a little bit. You don't want to do a lot. A little bit goes a long way when you mess with these, but slightly touching that, the shadows and contrast will do that. I normally sharpen it by like 30, and then I add a little bit of a vignette on it. Just a tad. You don't want to go too overboard with it, but just a little bit, as it compounds over time, adds a lot to the project. It allows someone's eyes to hyper focus in when you touch that vignette, and you kind of just add that little piece to it. And you can see as I did that here, we'll do a little bit of saturation on there just to make that color pop just a little bit more. And then now we'll go over to HSL, and that's where we can make certain colors pop even brighter. So if I go, you see all these kind of different colors, whatever color's popping in your project, that's what you want to focus on. So let's do this blue here, and we can actually make the blue stand out, or you can take the blue out a little bit more, but we can actually enhance the saturation of the blue ever slightly. And then you can also do a couple different things in there. You can actually change the hue if you wanted to. You can change the color of the blue altogether. You can make it pretty crazy, but you just kind of mess with it just a tad. And that's what the goal here is, just little touches like that will make that footage pop even more. So the next thing I'm going to do is click on video, then I'm going to click on mask here at the top, and then I'm going to add a film strip to the footage. And this honestly does make your footage look more pro. It's pretty silly, but it's awesome. So then you adjust the film strip by grabbing these bars, and you just do a medium to small film strip on the top and bottom of your clip, and that just makes it look way more pro. You see that in movies, you see that all the time. It's crazy how that does it. You got to remember, it's the overall effect of everything combined together. So the last thing I'll do here is I'll actually click on filter, and then this opens up all the filter options, but they actually have like a movie type filter option, and you can see the different filters here. Now they look pretty intense, and if you're going to leave them this intense, you're like, well, why did we do all of those color editing things if you're going to just throw a filter on it? But we're not going to just leave it that intense. So I like this filter here, and so I'm going to drag that one down into the project over my clip, and then once I do that, I'll extend it over the entirety of the clip, so that way it doesn't look loose. Now I can continue to extend it through the whole project, but in the top right hand corner, this is where I'm adjusting the strength, and I'm going to bring it down and have just a slight tint to the project to give it that like film cinematic look, just a tad on there. So see that? Now I can take it off and put it back on, take it off, put it back on, and you can see the adjustment that it makes to it. And it's all of the compounding effects on your footage is what we're trying to go for. So now I'm going to edit this forest one. I'm going to do the same process here. I'm going to look at this HSL tab, and I can actually enhance the greens in it to make the greens pop a little bit more. pretty neat trick there. And just like we were doing in the other video, we have we're going to make those greens pop. Now when I adjust the temperature here and I bring it down to make it look more cool, it adds this neat effect, because now I have that green popping and that blueness to it. It gives it that cinematic feel to it. And so I'm doing the same thing here. I'm messing with the contrasts. I'm messing with shadows and all these different things. And so on the forest stuff, I do a little bit different when I edit this, but I just want to make those the dark parts of the footage look more dark, just a slight more dark. And then I will sharpen it like I normally do with the 30, and then we add a nice vignette to it to give it that like kind of pop feature there. But like I said, it's these little adjustments, guys. You don't want to go crazy with it. You want to just do little things, because over time, as you compound it all together, that's what makes the footage really pop. If you go crazy with it, it looks insane, and that's why most people don't touch it, because they go too crazy with it, and it makes the footage look really weird and wonky. But same thing here, adding the film strip, just a slight film strip. You can make that film strip the same size as the other clips by just looking at how much you adjusted it and matching it up that way. So very simple stuff here. And then for the filter piece, you can either make the same filter stretch across your project as a whole, or you can select an all new filter altogether. And so I'm just kind of going through and looking at these different filters here for the cinematic look, and trying to see which one will really make my colors pop. That one kind of has a nice pop to it, so I'll drag this one over. Normally I extend it out to the full clip. I'm just going to extend it a little bit just so I can show you guys. And then same deal here. I'm looking at the footage. I make sure my filter's selected, and I'm going to adjust the strength like I did on the other one, so you can kind of see the before and after contrast. But pull the strength bar down just to give it that slight touch, that slight enhancement, because you're working with one thing after another on top of each other, and you can see how it looks with it, how it looks without it. It's just a little bit of a hint of a change, but it really helps those colors pop in there. And that's what you're going for when it comes to video. You just want to do little changes over time to make your project pop even more. All right, so I'm going to go back to my media tab so you can see what the original footage looked like compared to what it looks like now. So here's the new footage here. But let's go ahead and take a look at what the original footage looks like. So we mess with our saturation, we mess with our colors, we just did little touches. And so here is what the footage looks like now. There's your original footage. So you see it on the preview screen. There's your new footage. So you see the adjustment, the much better look it has. There's your original of the guy walking. There's your enhanced. Here, let's do it again. There's your original, and then there's your enhanced. It's like boom, it pops, and those little touches just makes it look even more pro and even more professional, and people will watch your video and they won't understand why yours looks better. So hope this helps. I'll catch you guys next time.
Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please take the time to like, comment and subscribe, as it helps us to further please our YouTube overlords. Check out more links in the description for continued assistance on your CapCut projects. And please keep your arms and legs inside the craft until it comes to a complete stop. Be sure to mind your headspace and watch your step as you exit. Failure to comply may result in serious injury or death. We will see you next time, Comet creators. End transmission.